Good evening, afternoon, morning, everyone, or whatever time of day it is, wherever you are. It is I. I have returned. Your suggestions are already terrible. That was a joke. I would never insult my audience. So, while we. Oh. There's more people here than I expected. Czech Republic, very epic. Prague, amazing city. Start the stream. Germany, better. Okay. While we wait for some people to join, hello, Von Pablo, hello, everyone. While we wait for people to join, we're just gonna have a chat. My plan for today is I'm gonna build 3 or 4 planes that I already have planned, so I'm sorry, guys, I'm not doing suggestions right now. I have a plan. Stop saying L39, please. I don't even know what that is. Slava Czechia, yes, very much. So I'm going to just eyeball some crafts and build them in front of you, and hopefully you guys can. Some of the questions you asked last time can be answered, and maybe if you're interested, you can follow some of the advice I gave. How long does some of this take you? For some of the smaller crafts I build from like 100 to a 200 parts, I can get them done in 2 or 3 hours. Some I spend days on. Some I spend. I shouldn't be admitting this. This is really sad. Some I spend weeks perfecting. Like I build them within a few days, but then I spend weeks just like moving parts around. What do you mean you know what I did? Boeing F-16 fighting Draken? What do I think of having a Taiwanese fan? Uh, Shit, they're on to me. They know I'm a secret agent for the Communist Party. Uh, does my Tomcat have swing wings? Do they work? My Tomcat does not have swing wings. That is misinformation. It does. It has static wings, and if I ever make a video, I'm gonna like fake the swinging. I don't know how to do swing wings. There are people who know much more about this game than me who can do excellent swing wings. Hello, Gremlin. You can stop saying Grum and Goose. I'm not taking requests right now. Maybe in a future stream I'll take requests. USA overall. Hello, legal representative from Netherlands. How many people are here right now? Hold on. My current bit rate is a bit low. Let me see if I can fix that. Output. Streaming. Variable bit rate. I don't know. What's a good bit rate? 10,000 kilobytes per second? Let's make it that. You making fighter jets. I will make one fighter jet. I will make one airliner. And then one surprise for the end. Maybe I'll do 2 fighter jets. I'll do it like a simpler one. Do I plan on making the Spruce Goose? Maybe someday. It doesn't really fit my build style. I've never built a Concorde with sweep wings, no. Shites, only 50 people? Last time you posted was like a year ago? No, last time I posted was last week. Did you miss something? Yes, last week. Oh my god, the Italian ambassador is here. Thank you, Italian AvGeek. Much appreciated. I don't have Trailmakers yet, I'm sorry. Large aircraft fans eating good. What is the Gaijin Tower? Before last week, yes, I'll turn no money. You're correct. I did not post for almost a year. You stayed awake till 2:16 a.m. Where am I from? That's classified. Favorite Ace Combat 7 OST. The boring option. Daredevil. Chat. How many people are here? 46 people are here. That's a lot of people. Is this chat the UN? Alicorn. That's a good song. My favorite communist country. 没有共产党就没有新中国，没有共产党就没有新中。Shit! I blew my cover. No one can know. None of you are going to tell anyone about this, right? No one's going to say that Xi Jinping is watching over my shoulder. What is a McDonald Martin J57 vegan Mishupar Austria? Is bro Chinese? Cover blown. I am familiar with the hit game War Thunder. I don't really want to play it. TF2 stream when? Maybe later this evening I'll play TF2. I don't know if I finish all the builds. Droopy loves Chairman Mao. Glory to the party. Hello, time for a snack. Wart Hunter. You can multitask, Contro. You can read the space shuttle book at the same time. When Gleipnir. What the isn't that the ring from Norse mythology? Do you know what we War Thunder players call the MiG-29 pilots? It almost sounds racist. Do I want to know? The video has not started. I'm just on the main menu right now. Ooh, spooky mouse moving around. I did find a way to play the game and look at stream at the same time this time. Please play China War Thunder. Alicorn class submersible aviation cruiser. Surely for calling you Pookie last stream? 3? What? Droopy, how do you feel about a certain event involving a certain square? Well, Reaper, I think I know what you mean. The certain event involving a certain square that you're talking about is surely the hit novel and film Flatland, featuring the featuring the main character, A Square. Attend to your configuration. IRS here, have you paid your taxes? Shut up! Shut up! If you play War Thunder, you will sell your soul. I have not forgotten about BDA, no, Demon Aeronautics. Stop saying play War Thunder, War Thunder addict. I get the impression that you're, biased. Taiwan best China? Listen, between you and me, you're right, but I can't say that. My boss is looking over my shoulder. Hello, this is the FAA. XO2 Strike Wyvern. It's on the list. It's J20 Mighty Dragon. I already made one. Droopy, does Mao have a gun to the back of your head right now? That's classified information. How did you get a hold of this? Okay. There's about 60 people here, so... who says we should get started? This is gonna be recorded later anyway, so... heck, let's get started. Guys, we have to force Droopy to pay taxes. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do today. I created a new save file. Just to be clear, you guys can see my game, yes? I'm gonna shove a blimp to the moon. Yeah? Alright, everyone can stop saying no. Okay, so. Hello, Werner von Kerman. So, as you can see, this is an empty save. It's separate from the one I have. And I'm gonna start from scratch and show you how I think and how I do things in no particular order. So, force Droopy to do a space mission to prove he can play the game. Not now. Guys, I don't think... I'm not taking suggestions right now. I'll take suggestions later. Right now I have a plan. So, my plan is... I'm going to be building this thing. The... How do you pronounce it? IE 152M or IE 166, as they submitted to the Fédération Aéronautique Internationale. Stop. I will not make Skibbity Toilet. Scuffed MiG-21, that's kind of accurate. So I chose this craft today because it has a relatively simple shape. Oh, I just ruined the stream. Because it has a relatively simple shape, and I can show you guys my thinking process when I build stuff. Guys, how many times do I have to say it? I'm not taking suggestions right now. I'm sorry, I have a plan. Is that the MiG-30? No, it's a prototype. It is from MiG, but a MiG-21 that was stung by a bee. Alright, before I start doing stuff, is my stream quality okay? Can you guys see properly? Oh god, Shib is here. Hello, Shibusu. Attach 19 Aegis fire control radars to it. Okay, thanks for the input, guys. So, that reference image in the corner is gonna be my... This will be my reference image. Again, I chose it because it has a relatively simple shape. Do I support the pro-Dres movement? I don't know about that. I'm gonna have to look that up later. So I start with just a part. Any part that I can attach things to. And since this is basically a tube, I'm gonna go with whatever this AEFF1 Airstream Projective Shell 1.25 meters. Close enough, Wolfie. It's a prototype. This was the predecessor to the MiG-25. That's how they checked that the engine worked. So when I start, I have to just choose a thickness for the fairing. I think this is enough. Another thing you'll notice about my craft is I build them in a quite enormous scale. So I think that's appropriate. So you can press Alt and then click, and it lets you close off the fairing without actually making it pointy. So now that's like the front intake. So now, how do you get the rest of the fuselage the same? Diameter. So you take this, you do Control-Z, you flip it around, and then you mate them together. Sort of like this. And this part, you can now edit and make it super long. And we'll like taper it off slightly for the engine at the back. Make into a space plane when you're done. Engine working and MiG-25 are mutually exclusive. Nothing a flamethrower and people against the wall can't fix. I don't think that's good moderating habits. Should be on his winter arc. So this is how I make basic fuselages. I think this is a little short. I'll make it slightly longer. That's a nice thing. I could just take this and move it back and edit fairing and make it slightly longer. So you can see I tapered it off slightly at the end, and that's where the engine's gonna stick out. Do I like submarines? Submarines are pretty cool. I don't think it can reach the speed of light, gamer tile. So, this is my fuselage. You know Matt Lone. Not personally, but I've heard of him. Here, let me name it. And save it. So now I have a craft file to go back to. So now I need something to attach everything else to. What I like to do is take... This is going to sound really strange, but I take the kickback solid fuel booster and I just stick one inside if it fits. In this case, it does. I keep the fuel in, but I remove the thrust limiter and set it to 0, and you'll see why. How do I put wings on it? I'm getting to that now. So, I now have something solid to attach wings to. I have a basic shape. And now I'm going to do wings. This just looks like very heavily swept back delta wings. I can't tell the exact angle, so I'm going to eyeball it. So I go get a wing part. I set the symmetry. And I do it so. Have I heard of the Fablu rock band Tally Hall from Ann Arbor, Michigan? I have! Will you ever play War Thunder? They're gonna have to... No, I don't want to play War Thunder. People have asked me to check out a game called Fly Out before. It's on the list, but I'm quite busy right now. So this, not that part. I would like this part. So these tools up here, they're very useful for moving stuff around. And I can move this out slightly and get myself some more... There we go. Your planes is insane so good. Thank you, Rexani. Okay, I get it. Make it forward delta wing. Not now. What? Valentina Kerp? No, no! I already said I am a fan of Tally Hall. They are cool. Tally Hall is cool. Okay, so now I have a fuselage and a basic wing shape. So now I'm going to add control surfaces. Which ones are my... These ones are good. So I'll toggle the snap so it does that. And I'll add one of these. And I'll add one of these. F104 Dorito mode activated. Indeed. Sorry if I'm reading chat slightly slower right now. I'm focusing on the game, which is to the left of my screen, and chat's off to the side. Shit, please. If you're open to donating, if you feel I'm providing value to your life, feel free, but don't feel pressured. Let's see. These wings look slightly small to me. It'll probably be fine. I will now move them forward slightly. I have heard ruler of everything. Feel pressured. I've heard of Flyout, Simple Plane, Stormworks, and Trailmakers. Yes, I don't play any of them right now. I am open to doing it in the future. So now I'm going to just stick a spike intake at the front. Usually it can get air as long as it's not completely occluded by the fairing. It does look kind of funny, but usually I just leave them like that. I have not heard of Scrap Mechanic. Seeing many images of the... This is not a MiG-21, 7th the Primagen. It is a whatever this is. What name a mod for interface? It's two mods. It's... The base mod is called... what's it called? Oh, God. Hold on, let me look in my folder. The base mod is called HUD Replacer. And the theme is called Z Theme. So, HUD Replacer and Z Theme. Flyout requires significant usage of brain, which may be an issue. Shibusu, I don't like what you're suggesting about me. Opinion on... What? Who... Are people... No, nobody posted anything. Stop making me panic. Do you use a FAR mod? I don't know what that is. Guys, I don't know how many times I have to say it. I'm not taking suggestions right now. I'm sorry. I have a plan. Okay, where was I? So, I have an intake. I have a fuselage. I have a wings and control surfaces. So now I'm going to stick some engines on. Because I build so large, and because some of my crafts are so heavy, I like to put multiple engines on. So here's some whiplashes. You might notice that the thrust is unusually high. That's because I cheated by editing the physics file to make them generate more thrust. Now, if you go into advanced tweakables in the settings menu, you can unlock this one, which is auto strut, which builds invisible struts to either the heaviest part, the root part, or the grandparent part. I'm not entirely sure what that means. I just pick heaviest part, which in this case is this enormous solid fuel booster. And what that does is it makes the entire plane a lot more stable. And the heavier the heaviest part is, the more stable the auto strut is, which is why I picked the heaviest part I could. So now I can combine these and clip them into each other and stick them in, and now I have thrust. Now I just need rear control surfaces. How many streams have I done before? Just one. Personal vendetta against far because I tried to adapt a variable sweep wing. I don't know what far is. Do I think the Kerbals judge me? Werner von Kerman is shaking his head in the corner. What was I doing? Right, rear control surfaces. So, something I like to start with is I pick one of the thick wings. Which ones? This one. I like this one. And I use this as the sort of front of the wing. And I can tilt it back to... Let's see, yeah, it looks swept back pretty heavily, so I can just do this. And let's see, is the rear swept too? Yes, it appears to be. The reference looks funky. Indeed, it does. How long do you play Kerbal? I have 3,000 hours in this game, I'm ashamed to admit. Pro Dres Oh, I'll look at that pro Dres movement later on. Hello. Oh, hello, HB. Even though that's not your name here. FAR is Ferrum Aerospace Research! The good aerodynamics mod. Copy Roblox. What does that mean? Okay, since this is pretty heavily swept back, I think I can get away with this one? Not this one. This one. And I could just stick another one on top. I think. No, that's kind of funky. I'll just use the right angle one. Or maybe the big one. Why can't you use blueprints? Usually I do use blueprints. I'd like to start out with the basics because I'm not familiar enough with streaming to switch between a blueprint and this and overlay it properly for people to see. I have not seen the movie Interstellar. Will you ever make a cinematic masterpiece? Probably not. I'm not good at making videos. What? Put 20 vectors on it. And I can... Here. Nope. I can make it slightly... That's not what I wanted to do. Let's try this one. Nope. That one's too long. Okay, I guess I'm gonna need to do this. And this. And then I could stick this on the bottom. And I click auto strut on everything just to stabilize it. And I think that's sufficient. There we go. As for a rudder, I think we can just take some of these and stick them on the back. Like so. I know this is not how rudders work in real life. They don't go all the way up, but this is how I'm willing to compromise and take some creative liberties if it shortens the time it takes to build stuff. Y'all are getting too weird in here. Why don't you have editor extensions redux to auto-strut all parts to heaviest at once? That's a thing? Imagine this thing doesn't take off. Who keeps saying build a TU-22? I already built one. Okay, I have to set these to only do yaw. Okay, so now I have wings, a fuselage, an intake. Let's see how close I am. Not that close, but we're getting there. So, as for a rear control surface, I think I can get lazy and just get away with using one of the pre-made all-moving control surfaces. Here, let's stick some extra surfaces to stick things to over here. Yeah, something I did find out from Stratos2, who is in this very chat right now, is that emptying fuel tanks can greatly improve your game's performance because, due to reasons I am not qualified to explain, calculations involving how much fuel to take from each tank are a significant bottleneck in this game. When will I make an Oka and let Jebediah... I already have one, 7th the Prima... I don't know how to... Is it Primagen or Primagen? The point is, I already have a Baka Bomb. Add an image of the fish... of a fish to the right wing. Make a Concorde. What's your opinion on Europa? What, the moon? The continent? That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. I think I can get away with this. It doesn't look that to scale, but should work. How's it now? I can't actually see it from this angle, but it looks like it's at the same level as the wing, so should be fine. And I'll set these to just do pitch. I'll give them more authority. And I'll set these to only do roll. The other thing that is slightly cursed about the way I build is I don't really do flaps. I just treat these as ailerons. Restarted MiG-21. You also want to turn off flow from the tank. That's the important bit. Yes, that's a good point. Is an F-117 doable in KSP? There's someone on my Discord channel doing an F-117 right now. I think he's posting updates in the KSP channel. He's one of the mods, too. You're talking about the continent? I guess the continent's okay. What do you mean, get the atomic symbol for tungsten? Make a TU-28. That is also on the list, but not right now. Am I gonna make another Christmas video? That's classified. Okay, I think I'm pretty satisfied with how this looks right now, given that I eyeballed it. So let's give it some landing gears. So there's the nose gear, and that's not gonna work, is it? I'll use a very tiny nose gear. That would be in the intake in real life, wouldn't it? That needs to be way further back. That should be far back enough. And I'll use slightly larger ones. That's not what I meant to do. There we go. Something you do want to keep in mind is check your center of mass every now and then, just as a sanity check. Should be somewhere near the middle, balanced around the wings. So it's like it's like your plane is a... Your wings should be your fulcrum on which your plane is balanced. How about the canard? There's a canard? Oh god, there is a space for a canard. Unless that's just like a lump sticking out. Am I insane? Wait, hold on. How do I zoom in? This part. Maybe... Well, that can be added pretty easily. Let me zoom back out. There we go. Back to the stream. Did you ever do a B-52? I did do a B-52. RCS build aid shows you a second center of mass with all fuel empty, useful to ensure continued stability. What do you mean, do I eat Kerbals? Anyway, the other thing you want to take care of is make sure your gears are slightly behind your center of mass. I think that's how they build planes in real life. Your plane should be just barely balancing on its rear landing gears. Will there ever be an actual spacecraft video? I don't know. How about Starship? You guys want me to build a Starship? Stop ignoring the... Okay, I'll put canards on. The pointy ones. There, you happy? Oh god, it's even uglier now. No. You got what you asked for. Build a Gundam. I am nowhere near skilled enough to build a Gundam. Opinion on the concept of France, like just the country existing. France is an enigma to me. They eat so unhealthily, but their obesity rate is so low compared to us. Stratos 2, the deploy... That's a good point. Deploy shielded. I think that only applies if some part separates, like if I do a staging. But yes, that's a good idea. So as you mentioned, let me explain. This setting here... Where is it? Deploy shielded allows it to clip through the fairing. Build a condom? Guys, stop telling me to build things. I am building something right now. How hard is it to understand? I'm not taking suggestions right now. Anyway, this cockpit is relatively simple. I'm not sure who exactly I got this idea from, but there's this lovely little community. Some of the members are actually in this chat right now who taught me some things, and I don't know who to credit exactly to who. So I'm just going to wave my hand and say their ideas my toast and entered my brain. So what I do is I use these advanced grabbing units, and I just stick one in the front here, and then I rotate it so it simulates a cockpit window. So I use black as the color of like cockpit windows. And it does activate the flag by default, so I have to turn that off by pressing toggle flag. And then on the rear of this, how did it do that? Okay, so it's just like a continuous... This is gonna be the tricky opinion on Minecraft Phantom. Phantoms suck. They are the worst mob. Oh. We have the inventor of the grabber unit cockpit idea right here. Stratos 2, no videos here. What happened to the hinted at video about the B-47? In progress. About the obesity, mainly it's sugar. Good point. How many nuclear missile silos should you build? And all of them. I don't know what Monkeysaurus is. You guys distracted me. What was I doing? Wait. Ah, right. The tapering off part behind the cockpit. So this is what I get for not making a plan. I think I can get away with this. Come on. Come on. Stick on, you stupid thing. Arrgh! My opinion on the Netherlands is this is a true Nederlandse spoorwegen moment. True. Opinion on Kinjal. Lame. Build the Balloon Boy balloon to... What? Okay, obviously this doesn't want to stick on, so I guess I'll just... Where did it go? Why did it go in there? Okay, this doesn't want to cooperate. What about the other one? Okay, this one cooperates. So I can stick this here and sort of simulate the part that tapers off. Again, this is a very sort of messy eyeball-y build, so it's not going to be my best work. Opinion on glorious Czechia. I don't exist on the internet. How does someone know me? This chat is giving me HIV in real time. Oh god. Use the MK0 solid boosters. That is a good idea. Yeah, that works. If I... Hold on, let me just set them up and have a point. Let's have a parachute at the end. Give this some practical use. And one more at the beginning. And I'll empty all of them of their fuel and stuff. Can I build an F-35 later? Opinion on Jeb Kerman for NASA director. Excellent choice. The mortality rate will go up by 6 trillion%. Okay. This is... doesn't even look remotely like it, but it's a short, messy build. Hold on, I think I can do the cockpit a bit better. I can... Sure. Stop being... Be normal! Why can't you guys just be normal? What mods do I use? I think only Scatterer, Camera Tools, Scatterer and Camera Tools. I think I also have KSP community fixes installed. Chat, take your normal... Oh, it's you, Bappies. I remember you. It's Miss Antonov AN74 suggester. Guess what I'm going to be building later on? Parts mods suggestions. I don't really want to use parts mods. I want everyone to be able to download everything I have, regardless of what mods you have installed. I would call this reasonably complete. Do I have the ISS built as in the rocket? What do you mean you love my breathing sound? Stop. Be normal. Anyway. That's the other thing. Usually I don't find a way to stick Kerbals inside whatever I'm building. So let's stick a probe core in. There we go. One fits right there. And then this can go on top of the probe core. And then this retracts in and I can just pretend that it doesn't have two concentric rings. No, I do not have the ISS. I'm sorry. Give it an anime body pillow? What? Anyway, alright, let's take some bets. Let's do some non-federally regulated illegal gambling. Who thinks this will fly on its first flight? This is what a stroke feels like. All right, let's see if it flies. First try. All right, it hasn't exploded yet. Where'd the engines go? Oh god, the staging is all wrong. Okay, now that the staging is correct. That's a tail strike. That's okay. I think this has far too few wings. But it does take off. What do you mean, can I skin the plane midair? What is... Who keeps bringing up Bangladesh? Greg's handler won't bring him online, damn it. Yes, it is ultra low quality for me because I built it in like 15 minutes. I'm starting with basics. I'll do another one after this that is also quite basic. And then I'll do the more advanced techniques. Strong frame stutters every second. Is anyone else reporting strong frame stutters? Yes? Okay, let me turn my stream bitrate down slightly. Maybe 10,000 was preset. I don't know how to use OBS. Hold on. Is this better? It worked? Alright, 10,000... No? It's gone? Better? Okay, 10,000 kilobytes per second. Kilobit? I don't know. 10,000 was too high. I set it to 5,000. Ah. That was quite a Cobra maneuver. Okay, it can fly in a straight line, but it can't turn. Ah. I see I'm getting the bug where I take no water damage. The stream quality is shit now, but it's no longer stuttering. Okay. That was just to demonstrate some... This is not exactly how I build stuff, just to be clear. This is just me eyeballing things in 15 minutes. Flying Potato F-85 Goblin. That's been in a video, and I've flown it before. Anyway. So, what say... should I start another one, or fix this one? Keeps buffering still. Hold on, let me fiddle with the settings some more, see if I can fix it. Bitrate 5,000. Let's try 7,500. Stop saying TF2. Who put the bitrate at 2? 3 silos in under 12 minutes. I will not put the bitrate at 2. Anyway, how would I fix this? Seems like the issue is it's slightly back heavy. Not slightly back heavy, extremely back heavy. And all the drag is at the front, so let's add some more drag to the back by clipping a bunch of wings into the tail. See if that does anything. Yes, militaristic Kiwi, I'm aware of how bit rates work. I set it to 7,500. I guess it was at 10,000 before, which may have been slightly ambitious for YouTube. Do I like Panda Express? I can't say I've ever been there, and I got the staging wrong again. Favorite bird species? I don't know anything about birds, sorry. Owls are cool. No, you cannot live in my walls. That was quite the cobra, but at least it stabilized this time. It appears I've somewhat addressed the drag issue, despite only changing a little bit about the drag and mostly just changing the center of mass. The world must know about Mordecai regular show. Kick rudder and see if it does stabilize. If you say so. It has really tiny rudders. It can't really use them. He has nothing to say about the allegations. Uh-oh. It's slightly more stable than last time. It is now flying backwards. Average Soviet air show, do a barrel roll. Move the fairings aft to fix the drag applying in the wrong location. Good idea. Actually, let's turn on the drag vectors and see what's going on. The drag vectors appear to be supporting the claims being made by the resident experts. Alex or something IDK, I feel you. Alright, let's go back and try fixing this. The ministers. I have an idea. What if I ignore the minister's advice and just do this? That's not what I meant to do. the Z fighting is making your eyes bleed. And I got the staging wrong a third time. What? Stop. What are you... Did I break something? I broke something. Hold on. Okay, it's fixed. What do you mean your oatmeal tastes wrong? There will be consequences. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate the feedback. Let's get some cool camera angles. How do I do this? Use action groups for the engines? My idea seems... Oh my god, it somehow worked. It's stable now. It can turn. You may not have my liver. Build me a TGV Atlantique to send to space. What? Just joined? What plane is that? It's, how's it pronounced? Yeah, 152. It was a prototype that they used to test the MiG-25 engines. Do I have a favorite plane I've built? Probably my Su-27. Send it to TGI Fridays? No, it's not a Chinese MiG-21. Thanks for the oatmeal updates, RJ Jones. Stealth plane. I have one stealth plane. What, do you have anything specific? But viewer creation review. What? So you guys can send viruses to me? No. Until I figure out how to filter that out, I don't think I'm gonna do like viewer submissions unless it's just like images. Anyway, it appears that I've fixed the instability issues. Yeah, images might work. But I don't want to, like, mooch off people's content. Just, like, I don't want to become a reaction channel, is my point. Hold on, I have to set the brakes to high so I can stop in time. Anyway, so that's one craft. This thing can Cobra, indeed. So, that's craft number one. Let's see, what should I build? Oh, let me just show you guys how I built when I first started. So, you guys don't have to, like, go through all the effort of doing all that stuff. Let me just show you how to build, like, a simple, nice F-15. Oh. Something just came up from my throat. Anyway. Let's see if I can speed run this. Where's the splitter part? There. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat right now. I am concentrating. I need these intakes. Actually, that shouldn't go there, should it? Probably MK2 wasn't the best choice. Now it's slightly too long. I know it doesn't look good right now, but this is like how I started out building. Mass influx indeed. Everyone that has Droop as a friend will now engage in disruption. Hotkeys for switching symmetry and attach... There are? Oh my god, there are. Oh, I wish I knew that before. I don't have the muscle memory, so I'm not gonna be able to take advantage of that, but thank you. Do you guys get what I'm going... This is like how I started. What my point is, don't feel like pressured to like instantly be incredible. Let's go back to my other save where all my crafts are. Why don't I... Here, I'll dissect one of my planes in front of y'all so you can see how it was built. So this is my... Today's F-15. I can take away that image now. So this is my F-15 from today. Any questions, class? So you guys can see these are grabber units. So I can like remove them one by one. And I shape them out into a vague cockpit shape. So it kind of looks okay from a distance. What do you mean describe the sarin incident? Yes, my builds are enormous. I don't know what restock is. This part I'm really proud of. These are landing gears. The part that the wing goes into the fuselage with. Do I still have stratovision? No, I do not. Can I remove the fairings? Sure. So that was the entire craft except the fairing. Hold on. This is the hard part. You have to like dive in and get messy. How many parts? 310. Remove as many parts as possible and make it fly. Hold on, where's the... There. That's one of the fairings. So you can see I stacked two fairings on top of each other to like simulate the shape. Those are just drop tanks. These things are packed so tightly, I can't really dissect them without like... On average, how long does it take to build a bomber? I don't know. How do I make stuff like this? A lot of practice. Surprisingly, it does not have Kraken attacks all the time. Stop talking about non-reversible acetylcholine esterase inhibitor. You didn't even spell acetylcholine esterase correctly. I did make a B-29. How much sanity do I have left? Very few. Very little. Ever do air-to-air combat? I'm not good at flying multiple crafts. Here, why don't we take this for a spin? And I can show the performance. I don't need BD Armory. I think I'm fine the way it is. Any World War II planes? B-29? That's about it. Woo! Oh, we still have a Luna multiplayer. Maybe later. As you can see, I spent a lot of time tweaking this thing's aerodynamics. Look at all those lift vectors. Porcupine. Huh? I do not have any variable sweep wing planes. I'm not good at moving parts. How you get multiplayer on KSP? There's a mod called Luna Multiplayer. It requires someone to host it, though. No, I will not stream Raldi's Crack House. Yeah, in general, I don't do moving parts at all. Fun fact, this thing can Cobra. Huh? That was pretty cool, huh? Tell you, if this stream reaches $10 trillion in donations, I will stream Raldi's Crack House. Oh god, I forgot to turn on deploy shielded for the landing gear. Water landing. What's my favorite rocket? I don't know much about rockets, actually. I guess the N1 looks pretty cool to me. How do brain cells? Honestly, I don't know. Yes, Tirpitz, I do remember you. Alright, now that we've had some fun, I'm just gonna build, let's say, a generic airliner. So everyone knows how everyone builds airliners in KSP, right? So this is how most people do it, which is fine. It's a quick way. So you do this, you get your, these. And then you get your, this. And then you close it. And then you, hold on, I need a nose cone. Where did it go? Hello? Whatever, you guys get the point. The way I learned to do it is... Oh god. What? No, do not contact the finance minister. So I'm just gonna make like a generic 777 style airliner that may or may not look very good. So I start with like a thicker part. And then I take this. And I make it slightly bigger then the... Hold on, that's not gonna work, is it? There, and I make it slightly bigger. And then I extend it forwards slightly. And then I seal it off. Oh god, don't show your dad my videos. Favorite space shuttle? Aren't they all the same? No, I will not play Raldi's Crack House. This is an educational stream. I'm teaching you how to build generic airliner. Okay, so this is like the middle part of the fuselage, which I will now move forward. And backwards. How many brain cells do I have? 6. Sukhoi T4 Sortka. Haven't heard of that, but... Oh, wait, was that the Valkyrie ripoff? No, there will not be an OnlyFans. How many hours do you have on KSP? 3,300. Okay, so the trickiest part of airliners is the nose section. Because of how things work. So I like to round it off slightly. And then this will be the sort of part where the windows stick to. Why does everyone want to play Raldi's Crack House so badly? I don't have any opinions on KSP 2. I've never played it, and I don't have money to play it. Alright, class, pay attention. This is how I do airliner noses. So I take 2 fairings symmetrically, and I build them thusly. Yes, I know what it looks like. Here? Now, I know what you're thinking. This doesn't look like an airliner yet, but if I move them closer together, and then down, and then shift this ever so slightly in, And now, so it doesn't have 2 nose codes, I take the 2 fairings and I tilt them towards each other like so. And there you go. A sort of passable airline nose. The shadow, lol. Yes, the shadow. This is the second time I've been asked if I have a boyfriend. What gave off that impression? Anyway, sometimes I also like to tilt it down slightly like this. There, that's halfway passable. Can you borrow a brain cell? No, I'm not. I'm using them all right now. Now the tail. So, I take some other part. Usually it's good to have it sticking out slightly so I can actually work with the fairing. I'll copy-paste one of these existing fairings so I can steal the same width. And then I just have it taper off into a tip. We're about to ask what gave it away. I'll keep that part there. So now I just move it in. And now I tip it up slightly and move it down. And there is going to be a slight hump, but that can be fixed later. No, that's a bit too much. There, like that. Put tail gun. Opinions on Dacia Sandero. Good news! Y'all do need to take a moment to think about what you're doing. Who keeps suggesting building a milk carton? Anyway, that's how I make an airliner fuselage. Now about wings. So for smaller airliners, you can simulate an airfoil just with these. So you can just use these as like the wingtips, which is what I'm going to do now. So I'll like trace out the wing shape I want. Yeah, we'll make this like a tail engine aircraft, like a Learjet, a very big one, or a Mad Dog. And then I'll do another layer behind that. What? Why did it disable? Whatever. Guys, I don't know how many times I have to say this. I'm not taking suggestions right now. Please. You can... I'd like you to, like, ask questions, but... I can't take suggestions while I'm actively doing something. Please. I think that's thick enough for a wing. $50K video of AIDS 321 Neo? That may not have been the best part to pick. It sort of fits. I'll just ignore that gap. Where did it all go wrong? It all began on the day when I was born. So what I do to simulate thick wings is I just stick one of these on the front if it's like a relatively small craft. So I could just... and then tilt it to... not tilt. Like this. What do I want my job to be? I haven't thought that far ahead yet. Have I built a torture device for Kerbals? Yes, Yoni Gold, I remember you. How's your grandfather doing? Aren't the wings too back? No, I'm gonna put the engines in the back. And I know it looks really bad now, but I'm gonna adjust the center of mass. Are you in college? I'm a college dropout. I couldn't take it anymore, so I just quit. I'm sitting in my dorm room right now, thinking about what to do with my life. Right now, this is the only thing that brings me comfort, so I'm doing it and hoping it brings me some fulfillment. Who said... If say hypothetically a rogue MiG shut down Santa, how would you replace his irreplaceable services? Boy, do I have the video for you. What was I studying? Pharmacy. It was miserable. I didn't like it at all. Sorry if I'm not talking as much as last time. I'm sort of focusing on the game right now, and I only look over to chat occasionally. I will make some really weird planes in the future, but go learn aerospace engineering. I don't think I have the brain for aerospace. Playing Kerbal Space Program is not a qualification for that. Is Santa still dead? That's classified. Do I exist? Perhaps. How old am I? 22. More exotic fighter jets. I probably have some already, I just haven't made videos about them. I hope Santa recovers. How do you prevent the wings falling apart? There's a setting called Auto Strut, like what I'm doing right now, which you can activate with advanced tweakables in the settings menu from the KSP main menu. I didn't want to save it as untitled spacecraft, just... What mods do I use? Scatterer and camera tools. That's it. You know what? Whoever said these are too far back is probably right, so... I'll move these forward slightly. And now to the tail. This is going to need some horizontal stabilizers. What am I making? I'm just throwing stuff together by eye just to show people the techniques I use. I'm not doing anything very detailed right now. Usually I would do it with blueprints and be like super anal about angles and stuff, but right now I'm just relaxing. What is going on in chat? Y'all, chill, calm down, be normal. What plane am I building? Look at the craft file name. Favorite music genre? I don't think I really have one. I sort of just listen to music and whatever comes my way. I'm not picky. KSP to UI mod call. It's called Z theme, and you need something called what's it called? HUD replacer to have it work. Favorite special weapon in Ace Combat? The railgun. It's very fun to use. Tell you what if... Would you guys be open to me streaming Ace Combat after this? Will I ever try to make a plane using FAR? Well, I found out what it was today, so probably not anytime soon. That's mildly acceptable. Now let's do a tail. I stop asking about War Thunder. I don't play War Thunder. Do I like dogs or cats? Cats are sillier. Your brain keeps telling you this is a TU-16. I'll add 4 vector engines later. Right now I just want to make it fly. Greetings. Cranum? Cranum? Glad to have you here. I don't know how I'm gonna handle live streams if I grow my channel further in the future. I can barely wrangle chat when there's only 100 people here. The snail is looking for me. Give the airliner a pair of AIM-6 missiles. Here, let's have 2 rudders. Side by side, symmetrically. If you destroy the astronaut complex, there will be a toilet left in the... How do you know that? What is attack the D point? Let's move these wings up slightly because they are sticking out like a sore thumb. There we go. You know what? Here, let's have the horizontal stabilizers up on the tail. So now there's space for engines. Why would you crash into the astronaut complex? What did they do to you? I hope your snails are doing well, Yoni Gold. Let's see, we'll have 2 little pylons sticking out. That's not what I meant to do. Let's move this entire thing up slightly. Come on, where's the root part? There. You should do the B-47 Stratojet because it'll... What? I made no claims about the demographics of my audience. This is a lie. This is slander. This is libel. I would never do anything of the sort. Oh, the center of mass didn't update. Half of the audience is also 12. Here, someone said let's give it afterburners, so let's do it. Is the B-52 in the B-36 video? It is. And let's give it the fancy intakes, the shock intakes. It also needs landing gears and windows. Maybe not this one. Let's fill up this fuel tank. Is this the 5-engine 727? No. I don't know anything about that Lavi project. Fair enough, someone. I also feel I'm losing brain cells every time I look at chat. There's the front gears, and have you This is like the third time someone's asked about Flyout. Yes, I've heard of it. Oh, thank you, a new Patreon supporter. By the way, I have a Patreon. All my craft files are there for free. Support me if you feel like it. This is what Sylvie should have made for Supersonic Airliner. What is an IL-62? Did I just build something that already exists in real life? Anyway, now comes the part that I'm the worst at, which is Windows. That's not what I meant to do. Oops. So if I just go into this fairing here, and I disable fairing expansion, now I can mouse over it without it opening up on me. How do you undo changes? You can just Control Z in the editor. Yes, my Patreon is very scary. So how I do Windows is either you can use what are they? Ore tanks or fuel cells. So this is going to be tricky to explain. So you see how when I turn around a fuel cell, it just looks like a black square. You can sort of just use those black squares as building blocks. Monkey, it's not Alt-Z, it's Control-Z. I have I ever tried Kerbal Space Program? Maybe someday, but not today. So for an aircraft like this, I think I'll use ore tanks, which are, I forgot where they were. Engines, command and control, utility? No. Cargo? No. Where are the ore tanks? I haven't done this in so long. Zero brain cell activity. E4 gore. They are in fuel. Okay, I was just insane. So currently there's nothing to stick these onto, so I'm just gonna take a random fuel tank and insert it in so I have a surface to place this on. Kerbal Dementia Program. Hold on. I have to take this outside and then stick a bunch of ore tanks on. Enjoy your life. Goodbye. Nice having you here. So usually I'd use the larger ore tanks for this, but the smaller ones work too, as long as you ignore the, Did they tell me what the mystery goo was? Come on. This is what I meant when I said this is my least favorite part. Can you see how that kind of looks like Windows? Who keeps... Whoop. I messed up the stream. Alright. Because I'm feeling lazy today, I'm just gonna call this acceptable. Looks like the plane is wearing sunglasses. Now I just need some place to control it from. What? Where'd it go? That's not what I meant to do. Alright, let's see if it flies. Let's do some more betting. Who wants to bet that it flies? It's true that with enough power anything can fly, but power isn't everything. It also has to be balanced. It does indeed fly. Ta-da! Hello, Hectangle. It's going poorly. Make it a tri-jet? It's already a quad jet. Why would I give it fewer engines? Remember to eat a wasp? Slaughter bots? What? I don't know anything about Simple Planes. I've never played it. So it flies. Would you guys say that this experience has been helpful in any way as to explaining how I build things? Try to land it at the island airfield. Alright, let's do that. Cobra maneuver. Does it? I'm already pulling up as hard as I can. Does this look like it can Cobra? What's dementia? Please make it VTOL. I can't make it Cobra. Look, this is as hard as it pulls up. Sure thing, HB. I think I'll wrap this stream up after I land, or unless there's something else I want to do, but I don't think so. It has just occurred to me this thing cannot turn enough to actually make it to the island airfield. Nope, not making... Alright, here, I'll just land it back at the Space Center. Shout out to Yoni Gold's grandma. I hope she's doing well. You're welcome, Yoni Gold. Guys, please don't just ping the same suggestion over and over. Shout out to me, myself, and I. Flight the desert airfield? I do not have the patience for that. Is the landing gear the air brake? Yeah, probably. It does not have spoilers. Alright, let's see if I can land this thing. And I'm drifting. Another happy landing. I wish you luck on your flying car. That looks cool. Why you play with high FOV? I don't. This is the lowest FOV possible. What is going on in chat? Thank you, Joseph, however you... Joseph. I'm glad you found the video funny. Chat is how YouTube chat always is. You can say that again. Okay. I think I've done everything I want to do on the stream, so, thanks for coming. I guess. I'm a bit tuckered out for today. Your 1,000 Kerbucks will be welcome. Please send it to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C. How do I define the concept of different infinities? What, like Aleph null, Aleph 1, epsilon null, epsilon 1? Whatever. I've lost too many brain cells today already. Have a good night, everyone.